Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on Obsidian. In this video, we will create a simple daily note template for task management, or daily note template that is integrated with tasks in Obsidian. While Obsidian is not the perfect tool for task management, if you work in teams and if collaboration is important for you, then Obsidian is definitely not for you. But if you use Obsidian for personal tasks, then it can be very useful. Having all of your notes and tasks in one place is a great way to get organized. One way of using Obsidian as a task manager for personal use case is by integrating it with daily notes. I have created a simple daily note template for task management within Obsidian. This is the daily note template, which displays the tasks that are due today, tasks that are overdue, and completed tasks in this nice looking call out. Then we have this weekly calendar view where you can view all of your tasks in this calendar format, or you can also switch to monthly format like this. And then here, finally, we have a section for adding new tasks, which can be added directly by using this task timeline feature. This will also give you a quick glance at the tasks that you need to do without opening a daily note. I can close this daily note and it is still here. This is tasks timeline. And I can easily add tasks from here and they will be added into our daily note. Let's say I add a new task, go groceries, due tomorrow. And I can just press on enter and it will automatically be added under this new task title in our daily note. That is 7th August today. So this is the final setup for the daily note task management template. If you want to learn how to create all of this, do stick till the end of the video. Or you can also directly download this demo vault either from Patreon if you are supporting me, or you can get it for free from the Buy Me a Coffee link given in the description. So I'll switch to a new vault and begin from scratch and show you how you can create this. This is our demo board. Now let us first talk about the plugins that we'll need for this task management workflow. First, we will need the tasks plugin. Then we'll be using the journals plugin, which will replace our daily notes and periodic notes plugin for Obsidian. Then we'll be using data view and templater in order to do our work. Let me switch to a different theme over here so that it looks a little pretty. I'm in love with the primary theme right now. If you want to use it, you can also install it. This theme looks really good and it looks even better on the light mode. So I'll choose light mode over here. Let us first create our daily note template using the journals plugin. So I have switched from using daily notes core plugin and periodic notes committee plugin, and I'm using the journals plugin because of how easy and seamless it is to create different notes with the journals plugin. So I'll search for journals over here. This is the plugin, journals by Sergi. Click on install. This plugin allows you to create calendar-based journals where you can easily create daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly notes. Enable this plugin. If you are already using daily notes plugin or periodic notes plugin and you are happy with it, then you can keep using it. It's just that this plugin is little better and the calendar integration with this plugin is better because it allows you to create daily notes, weekly notes, monthly notes, and quarterly notes easily from the calendar view on the sidebar. So I'll click on option and here you will need to choose calendar based since we are creating daily notes. So I'll write personal. With this plugin, you can create multiple journals as well. I'll click on add. Then I'll enable this daily notes, go to settings. And here you will need to configure certain options. First is the default date format. If you want to organize your notes by year and month, you can use this format YYY, and then you can use the date format like this MMDD. What this date format will do is it will organize your notes, daily notes by year and then by month instead of all the daily notes being in the same folder. It will create multiple subfolders for months and year. But I will be using the default date format because the quick task entry that I showed you previously only works with this format. If I create these subfolders, then the quick capture feature that I showed you previously does not work if we have those subfolders. Then you have to choose a folder here and choose a template for daily note. Let me create a new folder for daily notes. I'll choose journal folder. Inside journal, I'll create a new folder called daily notes. And I'll create another folder called templates where I'll keep the daily note template. Create a new note called daily note template. Now go to the plugins options again and go to folder. Our folder will be journal daily notes and template will be daily note template. If you want the plugin to automatically create a daily note on startup, you can toggle this option on. Task 1 is complete now. We have created a bare bone daily note template and configure the journals plugin. If I go to sidebar, you have this calendar icon. Let me drag it on the front. I told you how seamless the plugin makes it to create notes, right? So you can see this is August 2024. These are weeks and these are dates, right? So if you enable all these options from daily note, weekly note, monthly note, and quarterly notes and yearly note, clicking on any of these options, if you click on August, it will create a monthly note for August. If you click on the year date, it will create a yearly note. If you click on week number over here, it will create a weekly note. So that is a really neat feature of this plugin. If you are using daily notes or periodic notes, you will again have to use another plugin, calendar, to get this view. But with the journals plugin, all of this is available right here. Now let's move on to the second step, that is to use tasks. For tasks, we'll be using a community plugin called as tasks with over 1.4 million downloads. This plugin tracks all of your tasks across your world and supports due dates, recurring tasks, done dates, subset of checklist items, and filtering. If you go to options over here, there is one thing that you need to understand over here, that is global filter setting. This is a global task filter. If you leave it empty here, all the checklist items in your vault will be treated as task. If you don't want it to do so, then you can create a task filter, such as you can create this task filter with the tag task. What this will do is only the checkbox items with this task tag will be treated as tasks by this plugin. So I'll leave it default. This is your personal choice, what you want to do. So there's nothing more to change over here. Let me close this one. If you are new to Tasks plugin and if you have not used the Task plugin previously, then you can check out the comprehensive tutorial video by Danny Hazer. I will provide the link in the description if you want to watch that. Now let's get back to creating a daily note template. First here, we will add a link to easily navigate to previous day as well as the next day's note. We'll do that by using Templater. We'll also be using Templater plugin in order to add Templater variables in our task queries. So I'll go to settings, go to Community plugin and install the plugin Templater. Enable this plugin, go to option, and there is one thing that you need to do, that is enable the option trigger templater on new file creation. And template folder location will be templates. Okay, done. Close this one. We will use the date model in order to pull the date from the title of the note and subtract and add one value to each of these. We can see here tp.file title, and it will subtract one, which means it will link to yesterday's note, and here it will add one, which will link to next day's note. If you go to live preview mode, this will look like this. It will create a link to yesterday's note and create a link to tomorrow's note. Now we create a query for tasks that are due today, overdue tasks, and completed tasks. Creating a task query is simple. You start with 3 backticks. Alright, tasks not done due today. I'll not hide backlink. I'll hide a due date because we know the due date is today. So if I go to preview mode, it is showing me 0 tasks because we do not have any tasks over here. Let me create a new note over here with demo tasks and ask AI to create some tasks that I can copy. Okay, so let's ask AI. I asked AI to create some demo tasks and here they are. Let me just add today's due date. If I go to daily note template, here I have tasks that are due today. There is one task. Okay, so I'll create tasks that are overdue. Tasks not done due before today, hide due date. And these are the overdue tasks. And finally, we have completed task section, tasks done today. If I click on this one, if I check any one of these tasks, it will show up here. Now, this is a simple task query. If you are creating this task query in a different node, in a standalone node, that would be perfect. But since we are creating this on daily node template, we will need to change certain things. That is, we can't here, we have this tasks due today, right? If we create a node for 7th August here, it will create tasks that are due today, right? That is 7th August. Now, even if we create tasks for 5th August, it will still be showing us the tasks that are due today. That means 7th August, the day that we are viewing this node. So we'll need to change that. We do that by using a template module, date module from templater. I'll delete this. I'll delete these two daily nodes. And here on daily node template, instead of today, we'll need to use the templater module. I have it over here. tp.file.title. Start with angle bracket, percentage, tp.file.title. When you create a daily node, this templater module will be replaced with the node's title. If you create a node for 8th August, here will be the date for 8th August. So similarly, on overdue section as well, due before today, tp.file.title. And over here as well, tp.file.title. You will see this error on the daily node template task query instruction contains unexpanded template text. This is because we are using this templater module and tasks plugin do not understand this. But when you create a daily node, this templater module will be replaced. Let's say I create this daily node for 7th August. Now it is working perfectly because the templater module will be replaced when you create a node with that template. Now it's perfect. But there's still one problem that we do not have a nice looking overview of the task. For that, we'll be using multiple column layout. This can be achieved with the help of modular CSS layout. This modular CSS layout is a CSS hack that you can use for creating different layouts. So you'll need to click on this release section and download this MCL snippet zip file. Then you'll need to open this. There will be 3 files. You don't need all of these 3, but only the MCL multi-column. So you'll need to copy this one. Add this to the snippets folder inside your vault. You can easily find the snippets folder by going to your Obsidian vault, go to settings, go to appearance, and over here you have this folder icon, click on it and paste this CSS file over here. Now we'll go back to Obsidian again, refresh this CSS snippets, refresh this, and the MCL multi-column will appear over here. Toggle on this multiple column CSS layout. Now we can use the multiple column layout. I have already created a video on how you can use the modular CSS layout, multi-column CSS layout. If you have not watched that video, you can watch that video, or you can simply check out this syntax for creating multiple column. First, you will create a multi-column callout, and inside that you will create a sub callout which will be treated as columns. So let me go back over here. Let's create a multi-column callout. Leave space, and here we'll create a to-do callout and name it tasks due today. Perfect. Now we'll need to write that query over here. Tasks not done due. Add that templater module. Hide due date. Close this. Now start another column by creating sub callout, where we'll be creating a danger callout for overdue tasks. Again, create the task query, tasks not done due today, and hide due date. Similarly, create another sub callout. Let's create a sub callout with success, and it will be tasks done today. Let me toggle off these sidebars and see how it looks. Okay, perfect. Let me just disable the readable line length and it will look better. Now it's better. We have here tasks that are due today, overdue tasks, and completed tasks in this nice looking multi-column format. I'll remove all of these tasks query from here. If you create a daily note now with this template, this is how it will look like. You have this section for viewing tasks that are due today, overdue tasks, and completed tasks. If you want to hide this backlink section, you can also do that. You can just write hide backlinks and you will be able to see the tasks in clean format. You can see all of these configurations in the tasks plugins documentation. Now it's time to add the calendar view. For that, we'll be using Obsidian Task Calendar. Obsidian Task Calendar. I'll also provide the link in the description so that you can directly get it from there. Or you can also download this demo world that I provide in the description and get everything from there. So this was last released on December 28, 2022, but it works perfectly. You will need to download these two files, view.css and view.javascript. This is not a community plugin, but the custom view built with Obsidian Data View to display tasks from Obsidian tasks and from daily notes in a highly customizable calendar view. So this is what our calendar view will look like. First, I think the Arc browser renamed this file. I'll rename it as view.js. Now we'll need to move these to view.js and view.css files in our demo world and create a new folder over here. Let's say you can write tasks, and inside tasks, I'll create a new folder, calendar, and you can paste these two views. Now you will need to create a new note and copy this data view JavaScript code from here and paste that code into the new node. I'll write calendar view, paste that. Currently, I do not have the data view plugin installed in this demo world, so I'll need to install it first. Data view. Install the plugin, click on enable, go to option, enable these JavaScript queries from the plugin setting. Now, if you go to preview mode, it is still showing nothing. Let me just reload this bolt. Okay, now it is showing some response that data view custom view not found for task calendar.js. This is because we moved the view.js and view.css files inside our tasks folder and calendar subfolder. So we'll need to configure that over here. We'll need to write tasks and calendar. Now if I go to preview, it will show this monthly view. You can switch the view default view as week as well, and you can also configure style, different styles over here. Okay, perfect. So this is a calendar view that you can use to view all of your tasks in this calendar format. You can also view the tasks in list format, monthly view, or weekly view with these different layouts. Then there's this icon which allows you to quickly view the stats of your tasks. Now, instead of adding this data view JavaScript code directly in our daily note, we can embed this, which will be better. So I'll embed this. I'll embed the calendar view over here with exclamation marks and write calendar view. Okay, now it's perfect. We have set our daily note template with a link to yesterday's and next day's daily note. Then we have tasks over here, which are categorized into due today, overdue, and completed tasks. And then finally, we have this calendar view over here, which you can use on the daily note template or which you can view in the individual node as well, like this. Now there is one final thing that we'll need to do, the cherry on the top, that is to view our tasks on the sidebar that I showed you previously. That is possible with the help of Taskido, which is also a custom view built with data view. And this is also created by the same creator who created this Obsidian Tasks Calendar. You will need to go to that GitHub repo, Obsidian Tasks Timeline, and you will again need to download these two view.css and view.js file. Let me delete these two from here. Download this CSS and download this JavaScript file. Now you'll need to move these again. Okay, I'll rename it as view.js and view.css. Copy this, and inside tasks folder, we'll create a new folder called timeline and add it over here. Now, in the GitHub repo, you will see all the configuration options that are possible with this custom view. Like you can set options for pages, filter options, daily note folder, daily note format, section, etc. Along with that, you can also add tag colors and filters over here. Let's go back to the top and copy this from here. You will need to copy this, and then you can add or configure more options from here. So I'll go to Obsidian and create a new node called as tasks timeline. Okay, add this. We'll also need to write data view JS. Custom view not found for task.js and task.view.js because we have placed the CSS and JavaScript file into different folders. We'll need to configure that. Tasks and timeline subfolder. Now it will look like this. This will show you a complete timeline of all the tasks that you have in your world. So we'll need to make some changes here. Let me write options. I'll need to remove this year from here. No year. Now I will also add a today focus filter so that I can only see the tasks that I need to complete today. Instead of viewing all the tasks, if I click on today focus, it will show all the tasks that I need to complete today, including the to do and overdue tasks. Then finally, let us configure the daily notes folder. The daily notes folder is inside journal and daily notes, right? So we'll need to configure that journal/daily notes. And we'll need to remove this select and inbox option from here because we'll be using daily note folder. Also, we'll need to configure the daily note format, a year, month, and date. Okay, now it's perfect. Now, whenever you enter tasks, that will be added to this daily note. One thing that is still remaining is to add a new section for adding new tasks. All of this info is given in the readme section of this tasks timeline. You can see over here. Okay, to do filter, overdue filter, daily note folder, daily note format, section. If you want to make more changes to the view, you can definitely go to the readme section and learn how to make certain changes. Now it's perfect. When you add new tasks, they will be added to the new tasks heading under the daily note. So here we have a note for 7th August. And we already created it before adding the calendar view. So I'll delete it first. If you go to daily note, we'll also need to add a new section for new tasks. Now it's perfect. I'll move this task timeline inside this tasks folder. Let me drag this note to the sidebar. And I'll also remove this inline title setting. I'll go to appearance, toggle off the inline title option. Now it's perfect. Let me create a new note for 7th August. Now, if I add a task from here, create a new YouTube video due today. The best part I liked about this tasks timeline is that you can easily add tasks to your daily note without opening them using this tasks view. If you click on enter, it will be added under this new task section in our daily note. So this is all about the daily note template for task management. And I don't think you will need to use all of these options. You don't need to add this task view over here, then this calendar view, and then this timeline view. Only adding one of these will be greatly helpful for managing your tasks. You don't need to clutter your daily note with all of this. It can also be perfect if you only use one of these. Like you can just create this multi-column layout for viewing your tasks, or you can also just use this timeline view for quickly viewing your tasks as well as adding new tasks to daily notes easily. This is the first part of the video that I'm creating on life management system on Obsidian. There will be more videos on the future regarding how to set up different things in Obsidian. I hope you enjoyed this video and you found it valuable. If you don't want to do all of this stuff, you can also get this demo world that I have created directly from the link in the description. You can get it either through Patreon if you are my supporter, or you can get it for free from the Buy Me a Coffee link given in the description. This is all for this video. I hope you have a great time. See you again. Bye bye.